Well, I've finally done it. I've come home at last. We're back at Disneyland. You know what I love about Town Square and Main Street, USA? Is that it just seems like it never changes. Permanently locked in time. No matter how long you've been away, it's like the clock stops. And you're right back in your hometown where nothing ever changes. That's actually mostly true for Main Street, USA. But that definitely does not hold true for the rest of the park. It seems like since I've been away, all I've heard of is change after change. One right after another here at Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom. So of course I said to myself, I said, maybe we've been away long enough. Maybe it's time to go check out some changes at Disneyland. Did you know that statistically speaking, most people enter the park, turn right, and enter Tomorrowland? I've always been told that most people do the park counterclockwise. Not me though, Dottie. I'm a loner, a rebel. I like to do things a little differently and start my day in my favorite land of them all, Adventureland. Adventureland's always been my favorite land, but can also be kind of a troublesome one because crowd-wise, it'll either be wide open or a total logjam. A big part of the reason is this whole center area here used to all be stroller parking. But as you can see, they found somewhere else for the strollers to park. Right here in what was formerly the Tropical Import Store. Dude, this is weird. Even back to the earliest days of Disneyland, there's always been a store over here next to the Jungle Cruise. The last time I was here, I was buying a cherry Coke right here. Whenever I'd be in this part of the line as a kid with my parents, we'd be looking through that grate at all the stuffed snakes and spiders, rubber bats and whatnot, and I always wanted one. But it looks like now the snack stand has moved across the street, and all that's left are strollers. Kind of a good solution though, because it keeps them out of the walkway. 100% helps the flow of traffic right here. And it tucks all the strollers away in the shade over here, where they're no longer an eyesore. So, pretty cool solution. When I first heard about them taking strollers out of the center here, there was also the rumor that they would remove the planters from the center, these giant trees and the things around the base, which would have really made me sad. Mostly because I've always loved these strange light fixtures right here. They look like something straight out of Africa, and they are quite beautiful. I'm glad to see that at least so far they are still intact. It just wouldn't be the same without that extra bit of jungliness. Not to mention there'd be a lot less shade. See, even with the strollers moved though, it gets quite crowded right here. You've got the line for the Jungle Cruise there, the Indiana Jones Fast Pass line, the Indiana Jones line itself, the Treehouse line over there, and there was always the line for the Bengal Barbecue. Not too much of a line right now. This is the perfect time to get yourself a tasty meat stick. Now the line still sticks a little ways out into the walkway, but what they've done to shrink it and suck it in a little farther is to run extra line where there used to be seating. All around where this giant palm tree was one big weird wooden table with seats. And those seats and the people standing around them used to stick out way farther into the walkway. But no longer. They've reconfigured and rejiggered and moved the sign and removed all the seating over here, even against the wall. To be honest with you, there was never enough seating anyways. It was always just a few tables. But now there's plenty of seating because they've taken over the old Indiana Jones shop. The Indiana Jones Adventure Outpost is no more. Still plenty of theming back here, but no more cash register, no more counter, no more Indiana Jones souvenirs in here. But they did keep that hidden Mickey. That's crazy to think that this is once where I used to buy Power of the Cobra bracelets and look at Indiana Jones knickknacks. Now it's Bengal Barbecue seating, but honestly, as much as I love Indiana Jones and think he deserves his own shop, this makes a lot more sense. Now, it wouldn't be Disneyland without a little Indiana Jones merch. So what they've done is cram it into the ultimate Adventureland store, the Bazaar. Weird. No wait, that's not weird. It's bizarre. So basically now the Bazaar has everything inside of it that used to be in the old Indiana Jones shop down there. And the South Sea Traders, which is in between, has also been changed and emptied out and now holds all the stuff that used to be over there. Pickles, pineapples, and cherry Coke. Oh, thank the good Lord. Look at that. What a change. Shrunken Ned is still in here. With the even power of the hand. in! Parts of the old counters and decor are still in here as well. But it's no longer a place for merchandise. The Adventure Outpost and the South Sea Traders is all seating for Bengal Barbecue. Which is okay, because honestly, all that was ever really in there was a bunch of clothes, Quicksilver, Roxy, Billabong, like surf clothes. And they've now managed to squeeze that stuff into the bazaar as well. So this stuff and this stuff are in there. And some of this stuff is in here. Now most of this is set aside for eating this. And all this is in there. I guess to the casual observer, it's not much of a change, which is a good thing, right? But if you spend a lot of time here, that's a big change, and they did it pretty quickly. Still gets a little traffic jammy in here sometimes, but it definitely seems to have helped. And hopefully this means we get to keep the weirdo lights and the beautiful trees. I love it. I love Adventureland. It's my favorite land to adventure into. Oh, the joke didn't work. But the changes seem to work. Now it's time to try to catch a glimpse of some other Disneyland changes. Pirates of the Caribbean is changing soon, of course you all know that. Everybody wants to know if I'm outraged about it. They're forgetting Pirates of the Caribbean is already completely different for me. They changed it plenty while I was growing up, and they also added in Johnny Depp and Barbosa. So to me it's already not the original, so I don't know. I could kind of go either way, but look at this. This is a change I like. Oh boy! They're testing the boats. Here comes the Columbia. The rivers of America is coming to life again, and that means Fantasmic will be here in just a couple of days. They got a new Pirates of the Caribbean thing going on the Columbia instead of Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan, but I'm gonna wait till I see it to render any judgments on that. But one thing's for sure, I love seeing these guys circling around rivers of America again. Oh yeah. And look at this, the canoes. If everyone doubted they'd come back at all, but look at that. There they are. You can still come to Disneyland when it's all hot and get hotter and sweaty. What a fun one! Davy Crockett's old canoes. But the changes don't just end with the river. There have been some spooky changes at the Haunted Mansion as well. Something new is afoot that's oh so familiar. Supposedly they have changed the Fast Pass. They are slowly replacing the old paper Fast Passes with Fast Passes that go on your pass or on your ticket. I saw the new scanners by the mansion, but the old Fast Pass machines still look the same. We'll see if this works. Oh! You scared me! Where did you come from? I'm always here. Alright, let's give this a try here. Okay, so look at this. At first glance, it looks the same as the old Fast Passes, but if you look closely, it says Fast Pass Reminder. There's still a little barcode to scan a Fast Pass for now. But the Fast Pass is now on your annual pass at the moment. If you lose it or something, you could use this, I guess. And eventually those barcodes are gonna go away, dude. Eventually they'll be gone. What will we do then? Then we'll just scan our pass and go right on in. Okay, now I gotta try the new machine. How do I do it? I just tap it?
Barcode up.
Barcode up.
Sure
Barcode up.
Before you walk through. Did it? Keep
Oh my gosh. Look at that. So it's using the barcode, not a tap. So that's a little bit different. Otherwise, I was going to say it'd be the same as Walt Disney World, where you can use your pass or your ticket even if you don't have a magic band. But maybe soon they can get magic bands with just the barcode printed on them. That'd be dope. Disneyland people are always super anti-magic band. We don't want any magic bands here. Well, that's just because they have no experience with magic bands. Dude, once you've used a magic band, you never want to go back, dude. It's never. Pretty great. Especially if you stay in a Disney hotel out there and you can link up your credit card to your magic band, your entrance ticket is on your everything's on your magic band, your Fast Pass. All right, look it, we got to do it again. The mysterious machine. Whoa! Whoa! Basically, someday, soon, paper Fast Passes will be eliminated because you'll just use your ticket like that. You won't need the little reminder slip either eventually. They're also planning to upgrade the Wi-Fi access in the park and do a thing called Max Pass, where you can book your Fast Pass in advance, which is also basically like Fast Pass Plus at Disney World, which already exists. Right. But here they're gonna, supposedly they're gonna charge you for it. Right. $10, bro. $10. Right. And now it's mansion time. Yes. Yes. It's time. It's time. I know. Oh, sick seance. I love the bullet. Haunted Mansion bullet hole covered by spider. Right there, right there. Did you see it, bro?
I totally saw it, dude.
Nice. Why do all of them look like you? What? Grandpa?
There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts.
Don't those ghosts know that hitchhiking is unsafe? Never hitchhike.
Be sure to bring your security.
I love little Leota. Don't tell big Leota I said that. Yes, I love it. Good time. Next up, Tyler wants to show me something that's also new. Way down here in Critter Country. Down to the right of the Hungry Bear restaurant. Look at this, the ramp walkway down to the downstairs of the Hungry Bear restaurant has been widened a little bit out into what was Rivers of America. Not as dramatically as people have made it out to be. Instead of just leading you to the bathrooms down there, it leads you almost past the Hungry Bear. And that's because eventually this will be one of the pathways towards the new Star Wars land. Check it out, Tyler. New wood, relatively new Disney wood. This has so much less germs than other Disney wood. Lick it. Mmm. What's wrong? Lick it. It has less germs. Tastes good. Smells bad.
Dude, come on, you gotta come upstairs.
Okay, there's more to see upstairs. Look at this, up past the upper seating area. You can see the new trestle bridge over there for the train. Looks like they're working on the seating area. Ooh, behind the scenes. Why'd they build this wall so low? So we couldn't see it? Star Wars Land's gonna be great. Can't wait to ride that crane ride they've been building.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I love Star Wars! Kinda wish they'd put Star Wars Land like its own park.
Me too.
But I still love Star Wars. I'm conflicted! I want there to be Star Wars rides and attractions, but I don't necessarily want them to come to Disneyland and make Disneyland crowded.
Me too.
Oh, but it's fine though, it is what it is. Dude, when it opens, thinking about wearing my Luke Skywalker pants.
I'll wear my Han Solo pants if you wear your Luke Skywalker pants.
No, let me wear your Han Solo pants, you wear my Luke pants.
Let's do that, dude.
Switcheroo.
Yeah.
We just leveled up as friends.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars Land, our last major thing to see is something I've been missing for quite a while. Big Thunder Trail. Big Thunder Trail has for years been legitimately and literally my favorite part of Disneyland. My favorite place to take a stroll with my lady in the evening. Of an eve, you know, to stroll it of an eve. Just somewhere nice and shady, a place to relax, get away from the crowds a little. And it's finally reopened, complete with its Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland tunnels, which makes me so unbelievably happy. Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland is my favorite extinct attraction. Well, that and the People Mover. I could never decide, actually. But it's definitely my favorite Disney attraction that I was too young to have ever ridden myself. Look at that. The old trestle bridge through Bear Country used to go right over this lake. And there's still mechanical jumping fish down in the water. Let's see, I saw one of them jump over to the left. Let's see if they're gonna jump. Oh, there it is. Nice. Now though, plenty of trees and mountains and hills have been removed from the right of that tunnel over here. There's the bridge that'll be over the entrance to Star Wars Land, so all of this will feel way more open than it ever has before. You look so serious. It's okay, man. It's just a theme park. It's just, it's okay.
Dude,
just a little change.
Just a little change.
A little change.
Change it, and then they just keep changing it.
Yes, I love it. I'm just so happy to see Big Thunder Trail again. And as you can see, the right-hand side at least hasn't really changed at all. Over here on the left, though, there's gonna be even more changes coming soon. What they've done is to create a new set of hills and run the railroad tracks closer to Big Thunder Trail. Speaking of the train, check it out, here it comes. There's the train getting tested right up there, check it out. Going through new Porsches. Now I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh! All of this was the entrance to Big Thunder Ranch where we filmed all those sweet Jamboree videos. Look at this, and all underneath the new tracks, new rock work. This is crazy. This used to be the way to the ranch. Now it's the way to rock. That is pretty freaking awesome. Looks like something legitimately from the southwest. It kind of matches the geology of the area, like the windswept canyons that are in the same area as the hoodoos, which are those rock piles that Big Thunder Mountain's based off of in real life. So they did a pretty good job, man, of keeping this somewhat correct. It also kind of looks like the canyon where the Jawas jump R2-D2, you know, in the original Star Wars. So it's kind of both. The other thing is I always love this trail at night, but in the daytime sometimes it'd be a little too sunny. And this provides some much beloved shade. Check it out. You can tell this is like totally new. The new chill spot. The new DL chill spot. This is basically the new porch on Main Street of like Big Thunder Trail. Everyone's gonna want to stay here. Wow. Okay, no wait, maybe this. This is the new chill. Tyler, get in the new chill spot.
It's good. It's a tight fit, but it's tight fit when you get in, dude. It's really chill, dude. It's really relaxing.
Well, you've been losing a lot of weight, dude.
Well,
soon you might fit in even better.
Well, but great, you know. But it's chill when you get in. It's really comfortable, and it
doesn't look that comfortable.
It's not uncomfortable at all.
The one thing that I was really kind of bummed out about, though, when I learned about the new portion of Big Thunder Trail, is that the old arch rock from Nature's Wonderland's Balancing Rock Canyon area seems to have been covered up, demolished, vacated, replaced. You never know, though. No one's been on the other side of the train tracks yet. Maybe part of it still exists. One thing's for sure though, Big Thunder Ranch is a thing of the past. But Tyler did notice this little Easter egg. Look it right there on the lantern. BTR, the Big Thunder Ranch, an Easter egg of sadness. They had a campfire here and they left their lamp and then they just left us here. They didn't want a ranch here anymore. They grew some magical crystals and they turned into rocks instead of growing cows. There's no more barbecue. Can't go to the ranch anymore. But what they do have is another entrance to the new Star Wars land. And again, look at back there where the train tracks are, all the way back there. That's all the space that this area will have. So it will feel much more open than it does at the moment. You take a look right here through these knotholes. You go full Tyler and get all peeping Tom about it. You can see an old stagecoach back there. Look at what I tell you about space, huh? Plenty of space back there. You see it, Tyler? Yeah. Wait a minute. He's a peeping Tom. The mountain that once held the Swiss chalet for the sky buckets is no longer there, Tyler. But what's weird is this little area of Big Thunder Trail towards Fantasyland doesn't really look like it changed all that much, you know what I mean? Same layout, benches are in the same area, trash cans are in the same area. Even the old poop gate is still here. Slightly modified, but still, there's a poop gate here. And the old Western fire hydrant. That's how we put out the Great Blaze of 44. I used to bring my dog Rufus here to pee on that tree. And many a fine day was had in the old West. I miss Rufus. And speaking of the Old West, check out the new pin. Now that's a fine looking piece of paraphernalia. Our good friend Jim Campbell came up with this artwork. Look at that showdown in the Old West. I especially like that there's a little Route 66 sign in the background. Did you like it?
I love it.
You want to keep it, don't you?
You know what? I think I'm going
I think I wanted that.
Nope, I already got it. Finders keepers.
Losers weepers. That's okay.
I'll give it back.
No, you can have it. It's fine. We're friends. Saturday the 15th. These will be up on eBay at high noon. Go to facebook.com/JustinScott. I will post more info there. Tyler will mail them for me.
I will mail them every time.
Okay, you can have it.
Oh, thanks.
For you, buddy. Porvu. Well, looks like the sun is headed back to bed here in the Old West. There's been a few other changes lately at Disneyland, but these were some of the big ones that I really wanted to come and feast my eyes on. Although I looked at them through sunglasses all day. Cool. So really, I haven't actually seen them with my own eyes at all. You've never seen anything with your own eyes.
I can't see anything when you do that.
Your glasses?
Cross-eyed, dude. I can't help it.
Weird. But the good thing is I'm home now, so there'll be plenty of Disneyland coming up soon. For now, though, I think I've done my duty. It's time to go home and sleep well. I really thought you were going to chime in with that. I thought I was going to be like, go home and sleep well. No, that's not how it goes. I got to go home and sleep well. No, sleep well. Sleep well. Close enough.
Gotta make it look pretty. Like over your hair.
They know how to party in the Old West. Oh yeah.